Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Today we'll be solving a problem on the eccentric bolted connections. Okay, so here I have taken a problem. A bracket is to be bolted to the flange of the column which is ISHB 300 at 577 Newton per meter. If the bracket has to carry a design load of 800 kilonewton at an eccentricity of 250 mm. Design the connection using 8 mm cover plates and M20 bolts of grade 4.6. Okay, so this is the problem. So here I am resembling the problem in the using the graphical or the image. Okay, simple. Here it is ISHB 300. Okay, and these are the two cover plates of 8 mm thickness. Okay, now this is an eccentricity. The load is applied here. Okay, bracket means the two plates are connected on either side of the flange of this ISHB. Okay, so when we are connecting, this is the eccentricity of the load which is applied. Okay, so here we are going to fix the bolts at this location. Okay, as we have discussed in the previous session, we have already seen what exactly the types of the connection or bracket connections are there with the eccentric connections. One is in plane, that means the load is in the plane of bolts, and another one is the load is in the perpendicular to the plane of bolts. Okay, this is the first case I am taking here. Okay, first case we are solving here. Okay, so total it is 800 kilonewton is there. Load applied on these two position is 800 kilonewton, and each bracket plate carries a 400 kilonewton. 400 kilonewton. So the load on each bracket plate is equal to 400 kilonewton. That need to be considered for our connection. Okay, once if I design this connection, for example one connection, the remaining will be same because the load is same, eccentricity is same, everything will be same. Okay, so here what I will do, I will be finding the moment as well as eccentricity, bolt value, everything. So in the initial step, what I will do, I know the eccentricity value E is equal to 250 mm, and here I am taking PU is equal to 400 kilonewton. Okay, because here we have 400 kilonewton. So the moment will be, so when you calculate moment, M is equal to PU into E, you know very well. Okay, so it will be equal to how much? 400 into 250. It is equal to kilonewton meter. Okay, this is the moment which will be resisted by the bracket plates. Okay, apart from that, I'll write the data. So here what I will do, I will be writing the data. So first one, ISHB 300 at 577 Newton per meter. This is the section which we used, and its a flange thickness is TF is equal to 10.6 mm. Okay, so 10.6 mm is the flange thickness. You will be getting this data from a steel table. Refer steel table, you'll come to know what exactly the thickness of flange. Okay, just go through the page, ISHB page. In that you find out the thickness of flange, that is 10 point. Okay, you'll be getting the thickness of flange 10.6 mm. So the next is the dia of bolt is given. Already it is M20 bolt, means dia of bolt is 20 mm, and dia of hole or D naught is equal to 22 mm, and FUB, the grade of bolt, it is a 4.6 grade. Okay, so FUB is equal to this one, and Fu is equal to the ultimate strength of the steel section, that is 410 Newton per mm square. Okay, this is the simple or the given data for our calculation. So next step what I will do, I will be finding first step VDSP. Again it is the same method. Okay, first I need to find out the number of bolts. Okay, then only I can easily find out the number of bolts required for this connection. Okay, so here first I will be finding the shear force or bolt value. So first one VDSB. VDSB is equal to how much? Okay, you know the equation, FUB divided by root 3 into gamma MB into NN ANB plus NS ASB. Okay, so when it comes to this type of connection, only one shear plane will occur here. One shear plane, that means only two plates are there. One is flange of ISHV and another one is the bracket plate. Okay, only two connections are there, two plates are there. So here it will here will be getting only what? It is of the bolt or the connection or the shear plane is only one. So one becomes 0, another one becomes the area of bolt to be taken. Suppose think that the shear plane is on threaded area. Suppose the shear plane is on threaded area. So obviously, so VDSB is equal to, so this becomes 0, this portion, and then 0.78 into area of the bolt. Okay, so FUB 400 divided by root 3 into gamma MB 1.25 into bracket NN 0.78 into ANB, that is pi by 4 into 20 square. ASB shank area, there is no shear plane on the shank area, so keep it as a 0. So when you calculate, you will be getting VDSB is equal to 45.27 kilonewton. Okay, so this is the first capacity of the bolt, that is shear capacity of the bolt. Next one is VDPB need to be calculated. VDPB is equal to 2.5 kb dt FUB divided by gamma MB. Okay, so here what I will do, I will be finding value of kb here. Okay, you know very well kb is the first one, E divided by 3d naught, another kb P divided by 3d naught minus 0.25, and third kb FUB divided by FU, and fourth one kb is equal to 1.0. So first kb is equal to 1.5 times the dia of bolt divided by 3 into 22, and this one 2.5 times the dia of bolt divided by 3 into 22 minus 0.25. Calculate. Next third one, this is 400 divided by 410, it is equal to 0.97. Okay, so the first one is how much kb? When you calculate, you will be getting this is 0.45 and this one is 0.50. So among these four, the least value is this one, that is first one, kb is equal to 0.45. So what I will do, I will be substituting this one, 2.5, kb is 0.45, d is the dia of bolt, that is 20, thickness of thinner plate is 8 mm, the bracket plate thickness. So FUB is 400 divided by gamma MB. Gamma MB is nothing but 1.25. So here when you calculate VDPB, VDPB is equal to how much? It will be equal to 64.97 kilonewton. When you compare VDSB and VDPB, the least value is VDSB. So the bolt value will be considered as 45.27 kilonewton. Okay, this is the value of bolt or the capacity of each bolt. Okay, so in the next step I need to find out the number of bolts. Okay, number of bolts. So number of bolts we have calculated earlier directly, the load applied divided by the bolt value, whereas here it is the moment will come into picture. So it will be calculated by number of bolts will be calculated by 6M divided by 2 Vp. So here I will be finding the number of bolts for one row. So whatever the number of bolts will get, this is for one row. Okay, here this is the bracket connection. Suppose this is the bracket connection. Okay, so we'll be having this one. This is the CG of the bolted connections. So now I'll be finding the number of bolts here. So this type of connection is there. Actually this is cover plate. Behind this one we have I section. Okay, later on another side we'll be having the another cover plate. So now I'll be finding the number of bolt for one row itself. So here what I will do, n is equal to root of 6m, 6 into m, you know, it is into 10 to the power of 3. Okay, already we have calculated the moment. Okay, here we have a moment, kilonewton meter is there. So I need to convert it to Newton mm. So here 2 into V is the bolt value. This is capital V. V is 45.27. So here what I will do, 45.27 into, again it is in kilonewton. So I'll keep it into the Newton. Okay. Whereas pitch, the small p is the pitch of bolt. Small p is how much? 2.5 into 20. It is nothing but 50 mm. Okay. So when you calculate, n will be equal to 11.51. Okay. So in one row, okay, you need to provide how much? 12 numbers of bolts in one row. So here this is the connection. So CG of all the bolts are bolt is here. Okay, so here what happens, in one row we have 12 number of bolts. Okay, now I need to find out the radius of the extreme bolt. Okay, here we will be having the radius of extreme bolt. So I need to find out this radius of extreme bolt. So before that I must know the distance of these bolts. So here what I will do, okay, I'll be taking the edge and pitch distances. So you know the pitch distance of these bolts are 50. Already we have calculated, that is 2.5 times the dia of bolt. Pitch distance of all the bolts are how much? 50 mm. Whereas edge distance we have calculated 30 mm, but the minimum edge distance will be taken as 35 mm. Okay, and the center to the distance of these two, the center to the line of bolt is taken as 70 mm. Now I need to find out this distance. Okay, so when you have this distance, total, you know these two distances, use Pythagoras theorem. So right angle triangle easily you can get. Okay, so first one, this is how much? This is 25. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, plus 25. 5 into 50, 250 plus 25, this will be equal to 275 mm, and this is how much? 70 mm. This distance is 70 mm. Okay, when you use this one, easily you can find the value of R. Okay, it is nothing but 275 square plus 70 square. Okay, square root of 275 square plus 70 square. Okay, so when you calculate, you will be getting 283.77 mm. Okay, the radial distance of extreme bolt to the center of or CG of the bolt is equal to how much? R is equal to 283.77. So here this is all about the value of R. Now I will be finding, okay, actually why I am calculating these things are, I need to find out F1 and F2 as well as the resultant of F. Okay, when you calculate F, resultant of F, you need to compare with the bolt value, so that whether the stress which is acting on the bolt, extreme bolt, is well within the capacity. Okay, so here the stress acting on this bolt should be less than the bolt value, then only I can say I can call this as a safe design. Okay, so here I'll be only finding the radial distances. Later I'll be finding the forces or the stress which is acting on the each and every bolt, and I'll be finding the resultant stress acting on the bolts, okay, or the extreme bolt. Okay, if the stress acting on the bolt is less than the bolt value, then I can call it as a safe design. So the next step, what I will do, I'll be finding the sum of the radial distances of all the bolts. Okay, so sum of the radial distances of all the bolts. Okay, so 1 2, okay, that is from center to the distance of all the bolt in one line. Okay, so first here I found this one, CG to the extreme bolt, and next bolt, okay, later next bolt, like that we will be finding the sum of Ri square. Okay, here I'll take, okay, I'll write here itself, sum of Ri square. Okay, it is there in the F1 F2 equation. Okay, so here what I will do, sum of Ri square is nothing but how much? There are, okay, first set. Okay, so from the center of this first set I'll consider there are total four set of series of bolts are there. So I'll be writing how much? 4 series are there, 4 series of bolts which is having the 6 number of bolts are there. So here what I will do, 4. Okay, the first thing is what? Simple thing. First bolt, it is nothing but 70 square plus 275 square, or I'll start with this bolt, first bolt. Okay, this you take it as a first bolt. Okay, so first bolt is how much? 70 square plus 25 square, plus once again second bolt, horizontal 70 square, vertical, plus from here to here how much it is? 25 plus 50, 75 square, plus next one again 70 square, third bolt 70 square plus 125 square, plus fourth bolt 70 square plus 175 square, fifth bolt 70 square plus 225 square, plus 70 square, plus last bolt 275 square. Okay, like that we'll be finding the sum of Ri square. Okay, the radial distances, or sum of Ri means here Ri in both the direction I am making it as a square. Okay, so here sum of Ri square we have calculated, there is 4 set is there, 1 2 3 4, so multiplied with 4. Okay, or otherwise, okay, there are 670 square is there, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, or you can directly write in this manner also. Okay, so here sum of Ri square is equal to, okay, if you want, okay, how many bolts are there? 6, that is 6 into 70 square directly, plus first one 25 square plus 75 square plus 125 square plus 175 square plus 225 square plus 275 square. Okay, like that we can easily find out. Okay, so total sum of Ri square is equal to how much? Sum of Ri square is equal to 832,600 832,600 mm square. Okay, in this way we'll be finding the value of these things. Okay, in the last sum of R we have calculated, that is the radial distance. R is equal to how much? 283.77. already I have calculated in the previous step. Now I will be finding the important step, that is F1 and F2. So F1 I will be calculating here. F1 is equal to capital P divided by 2n. Okay, 2n is nothing but the number of volts, N is number of volts. Okay, P is applied on one bracket plate is 400 into 10 to the power of 3 kilonewton is there. I'll be converting it into Newton. So total load which is distributed by number of volts. Okay, so here what I will do, how many volts are there? A series of 2, 12. Okay, total 24 volts are there. How much is the load? 400 kilonewton on the bracket plate. So each bolt carried, this is the direct stress or direct, this is direct stress. Okay, F1 is nothing but direct stress. Okay, F2 is nothing but the stress due to the applied moment. Okay, so total load divided by number of volts, you'll be getting how much? 16.67 kilonewton. So load on each bolt due to direct effect is how much? 16.67 kilonewton. So F2 is equal to how much? F2 is equal to PER divided by sum of RI square. PER is nothing but load. It is in kilonewton. I'll be writing it in Newton. Eccentricity, that is 250 mm. R, you know, already we have calculated 283.77 divided by sum of Ri square. Sum of Ri square is here 832,600. 832,600. Okay, when you calculate F2, you will be getting how much? 34.08 kilonewton. 34.08 kilonewton. So next is, when you calculate this one, all you need to find out the resultant force on the extreme bolt. Okay, so resultant force on extreme bolt, it is equal to how much? Root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. Okay, here again one thing is come into picture, what exactly the theta is. Okay, so here what I will do, I will be finding the value of theta here. Okay, so this is the bolted connection, the extreme fiber, that is nothing but this is the angle theta. So here this is angle theta. Okay, so here we'll be having a triangle. As I said, I'll once again I'll make a triangle here. So this is 275. This was R, this is 70, and this one is the theta. Okay, when you use this one, okay, so how will find out theta here? Okay, opposite by adjacent. Okay, tan theta is equal to how much? Opposite by adjacent side. Okay, so theta you need to write it in. So theta will be equal to tan inverse of how much? 275 by 70. When you calculate this one, the theta value is 75.71 degree, 719 degree. So when you calculate, the cos theta will be equal to how much? Cos of this 75.719 is equal to 0.24668. Okay, so this is the value of cos theta. Now directly you substitute and find out the resultant. F is equal to how much? F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta. You know F1. Okay, if you want you can write it in directly can write it in kilonewton also. So F1 is equal to 16.67. This one F2 is equal to 34.08. This is equal to root of 16.67 plus 34 square plus 34.08 square plus 2 into 16.67 plus 34.08 into Cos theta is how much? Directly I'll substitute 0.24668. When you solve this one, f is equal to how much? When you calculate, f will be equal to how much? 41.46 kilonewton. Okay, so the total resultant stress or force acting on the resultant force which is acting on the extreme bolt is 41.46. So here in this series, the extreme bolt 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so extreme bolt, these are the 4 extreme bolts. Okay, so here what I will do? Okay, these 4 bolts, okay, that means last bolt will carry how much? 41.4 something, how much it is? 41.46 kilonewton. So remaining bolt, okay, which is near to the CG, will carry the less force as compared to the extreme bolt. So the maximum load which is on the bolt is how much? 41.46. So here what I will do, first F already we have calculated, that is 41.46 kilonewton. This is the load, this is the maximum load acting on, maximum load acting on the bolt or the bolts. Okay, so the capacity of the bolt is how much? Capacity of bolt, that is capital V, the bolt value is equal to 45 point, already we have calculated bolt value, how much it is? 45.27. 45.27 kilonewton. This means what? Okay, the load applied is this much, okay, and the capacity is this much. Okay, so here capacity is more than demand. Demand means applied load. Okay, so hence this design is safe. Okay, this is all about the design of eccentric connections. If it is not safe, if this value f is more than this one, then you need to either, okay, already the dia and the grade of bolt is fixed. In this case, you need to increase the number of bolts for this connection. If the demand is more than the capacity, in that case you need to increase the number of bolts. Okay, I think you understood the problem, right? So in the next session we'll be designing another problem on when the moment is right angles to the plane of bolts. This is parallel to the plane of bolts. That means when the moment is in the plane of bolts. Okay, the first method, it is a problem on the first method. Okay, in the next session we'll solve another problem on when the moment is right angles to the plane of bolt. Okay, thank you.